The cave systems of Earth are nothing to scoff at. Some caves are so dangerous that they've been sealed off, while others are safe enough for even the general public to go on guided tours. But it's only thanks to brave spelunkers that we've found giant crystals, glowing worms, and real-life baby dragons in these magnificent caverns, and these discoveries were only just the beginning. Join us for the 20 most shocking things ever found in caves. Number 20, the Cave Castle. A castle is probably the last thing you'd expect to be in a cave, but that's exactly what Pajama Castle is. This castle is located within a cave complex at the end of a valley in southwest Slovenia, perched on a 400-foot vertical cliff. Its history dates back to the 13th century, and it proudly holds the title of the world's largest cave castle, as recognized by Guinness World Records. Its Renaissance facade, dating to the 1580s, adds an air of grandeur to this already impressive structure. However, even seemingly mundane features like the castle's outhouse toilet possess fascinating stories. The castle's history is intertwined with Erasmus von Lug, a local figure similar to Robin Hood, who fled here in the mid-1480s after a disputed duel resulting in the death of Count Pappenheim. A siege on Pajama Castle resulted from this, but Erasmus stood his ground. He ingeniously utilized secret tunnels to sustain himself, even taunting his enemies by sending them cherries from the distant Vipava Valley delivered via underground passages. Eventually betrayed by a servant, he met a memorable end struck by a cannonball while using the outhouse. But this next cave also has a history behind it. Number 19, Cornwall's Holy Well. The charming village of Holywell draws visitors as a resort destination and is also famed for sheltering the renowned Holy Well Cave. The village takes its name from this well, which unveils its secrets only during low tide. There's a cave at the northern edge of the beach which leads to a freshwater spring, and as the tale goes, early Christian monks once performed baptisms for local children. The rocky formations leading up to the pool look just like a staircase. But there's also another version of this story. This narrative traces the well's origins to times preceding Christianity. Revered for its healing properties, parents would bring sick children to submerge them in the chilly waters of the upper pool. Christian symbols or signs near the well are indeed absent, so this may be a valid story. The well itself is a little hidden. You'll have to walk along the shore for about 10 to 15 minutes until you encounter the hidden holy well, not marked by signs, and it remains discreet. The cave occupies the extremity of the beach where the cliffs almost touch the shore. The cave's entrance is marked by vibrant mineral deposits, making them beautiful but also slippery at the same time. While the waters here are clear, what if they were a bit more colorful? Number 18, Ruby Falls, Tennessee. In the depths of Lookout Mountain caverns in Chattanooga, Tennessee, Ruby Falls unveils a mesmerizing secret that nature has been crafting for centuries. Standing as America's tallest subterranean waterfall, it plummets an impressive 145 feet down a colossal vertical shaft. These caverns have more history than just their geological formations. Used as shelters during the Civil War and beyond, the caves were later sealed due to railway construction. Thanks to the efforts of an amateur spelunker named Leo Lambert, the caverns were unearthed again through a mountainside tunnel. Lambert affectionately named the falls after his wife Ruby, showcasing his discovery to the neighboring towns. Today, Ruby Falls is filled with electronic lights that light up a symphony of multicolored splendor to captivate its visitors. These Lookout Mountain caves, like many, boast a remarkable collection of stalactites and stalagmites in various forms. The sight of the descending falls is truly breathtaking. The falling water is illuminated by rays of multicolor light that make it look like something straight out of a fairy tale or maybe a nightclub. And that's exactly what this next cave is used for. Number 17, the Lost River Cave. The Lost River Cave in the heart of Bowling Green, Kentucky, lies a hidden gem. Surrounded by over 60 acres of wooded trails, this natural wonder conceals a river that gracefully flows beneath the Earth's surface. While now a renowned tourist attraction, Lost River Cave boasts a rich and diverse history, having served as everything from a nightclub to a sawmill, a Civil War camp to a refuse dump. The intriguing limestone walls that encase the flowing waters of the cave extend for around 7 miles beneath Bowling Green. Today, visitors can explore its depths through guided tours, boat rides, and kayaking adventures. But it wasn't always a tourist haven. This cave was first used by the Aboriginal Americans. They used it as shelter and a source of water. However, it was the establishment of the first sawmill that marked a significant turning point. The use of water not only powered the mill but also whisked away sawdust and debris to an unknown location. This cave was significant even through the Civil War, serving as a haven for both Confederate and Union troops at different times. The limestone walls of the cave are etched with the names, ranks, and units of nearly 40,000 Union soldiers who camped here. And while we're talking about markings on cave walls, this next cave has markings of a less welcoming nature. Number 16, Creswell Crags. Creswell Crags is a Magnesian limestone gorge spanning the boundary between Derbyshire and Nottinghamshire, but what's inside has huge implications for our prehistoric heritage. With an abundance of caves, fissures, and rock shelters, it's a genuine time capsule of secrets from the past. Archaeologists have delved into these caves since the 19th century, unearthing relics that had been concealed beneath the cave floors. Such was the magnitude of early excavations that now modern archaeologists sift through them to uncover overlooked artifacts. Yet the caves also harbor an air of mystery, evident in the form of hundreds of protective marks known as witch marks discovered in 2019. These marks are in a remote chamber of a cave within the limestone gorge on the Nottinghamshire-Derbyshire border. They are over 60,000 years old. These marks were dubbed the Fascinating Book of Jubilees, just like the mysterious Book of Enoch, had a special spot in the early Christian group. It became a part of their special collection of holy writings. This inclusion reminds us to treasure the Book of Jubilees because it adds more meaning to well-known Bible stories, even though it is considered apocryphal. The most intriguing part of Jubilees is the daughters of Eve. In this ancient text, we learn about Avan, or Awan, who was believed to be the first daughter of Adam and Eve. Her name meant strength or misdeed in ancient Hebrew. Avan was not only Cain's wife but also his sister. Some accounts also refer to her as Kelima. Avan had children with Cain, including Enoch, who had a city named after him. These stories mix fact and fiction, making us wonder who Cain's wife and sister really were. Another character, Asherah, is not as well known. She was Seth's partner. Seth was born to Adam and Eve after Abel's tragic death. Seth symbolized a fresh start and divine comfort. Asherah's lineage is famous for their devotion and leads to Noah, who played a central role in the biblical flood story. Interestingly, even though these figures and their stories are important, their existence is based on fragments of narratives that were once considered too unconventional for mainstream scripture. The Book of Jubilees stands as a testament to the dynamic nature of religious texts and their evolution over time. This evolution is not solely driven by theological considerations, but also by factors such as authority, influence, and strategic considerations. By examining the Book of Jubilees and the broader context of biblical storytelling, we gain a deeper understanding of the complex processes that have shaped our spiritual heritage across generations. The study of ancient religious narratives reveals their adaptability and flexibility as they have been molded, expanded, and occasionally edited by individuals throughout history to better align with the beliefs and values of their respective eras. The discovery of fragments of stories featuring figures like Avan, Kelima, and Asherah underscores the ever-changing nature of sacred narratives and the significant role that storytellers have played in shaping our interpretation of them. The Book of Jubilees serves as a prime example of this intricate network of interconnected stories that continue to captivate our imagination and stimulate intellectual discourse in the present day. The more we learn about the Book of Jubilees, the more intriguing it gets. The ancient Jewish apocryphal text known as the Book of Jubilees presents a fascinating narrative of biblical history, spanning from the creation account to the time of Moses. Consisting of 50 chapters and 1,341 verses, this text is also referred to as Lesser Genesis or Little Genesis. While it is not considered part of the canonical scriptures in many Jewish and Christian traditions, the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church and Ethiopian Jews include Jubilees in their scriptural canon. Organized around the concept of Jubilee periods, which are 49-year cycles, the book underscores the significance of the Jubilee year in the Bible, focusing on themes like rest, debt forgiveness, and liberation. Jubilees delve into lesser-known biblical characters and narratives, shedding light on figures such as the daughters of Adam and Eve,